Hi everybody, welcome back to Bring Life Indoors. It's Moira here. Thank you for joining me. Please excuse the lighting, it's not so good. As you can tell, I'm doing this video in the evening. Usually I try to do my videos in the morning or in the afternoon because then the light is good that time of the day. But nonetheless, let's go for it. I was at the garden shop today and I got myself 4 plants, which I'm very excited about. As you all know, or if you didn't know, I love Syngoniums, I love Aglaonemas, I love Philodendrons, I love Peperomias. So you can just guess, that's what I got today. I got myself a Syngonium Podophyllum. Now I don't have this kind, I don't have Podophyllum. I do have your dark green Syngonium, and I do have your light green Syngonium, but I don't own this kind. So I was very excited when I saw this one and I grabbed it. And I also got myself a Peperomia Luna. I did own this one before. I had this one before. I had this one and the Caparata one, the dark green one, and the variegated one. And I recently lost all 3 of them. Funny enough, all 3 of them all at once. One can ask, how did that happen? Usually, because when I bought them, they were of the same. They were the same. What do you call it? They were the same growth, or what's the word? Size. Yeah, size. So I've always watered them at the same time. They all dried out at the same time, and I've always watered them at the same time, and all that. But the mistake I did was I then one day of all days decided to water them on top. I've never watered them on top. I've always watered them at the bottom. But this one particular day I decided to water them on top along with all the other house plants I was watering. And during the week, all I saw was stems falling one by one. Every time I would walk past, they would be collapsing. And when I made a research to see what is wrong with them, then only to discover that the stems don't like to get wet, otherwise they rot. And that's exactly what happened with all three of them. And I was so sad because they just collapsed. There was nothing I can do. They just collapsed. And they do say you can actually propagate it, and I saw one YouTuber doing that, and she actually had a success with it. But it was such a sad thing for me that I actually didn't have the heart to even sit and try and propagate it. I just wanted to put everything in a black bag and go throw away because I couldn't stand the look of what I've just lost. So I was very sad. So I lost 3 plants. So today I got myself only one. They didn't have the Caparata one, the dark green one. So I got the Luna. They do have the variegated one, but it was too small. It was very tiny. I wanted one which is a bit nice and big and bushier. So I'll check again next time I go and see if they do have. But nonetheless, that's what happened with this one. So yeah, like I say, I've learned from my mistakes. I'm not gonna do that with this one again. Oh, that's my son. He wants to say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I don't think they can see you. Let's move this.
Hi. Like you know us, and see you in church. Bye.
Okay, I don't know what he just said there, but nonetheless, that's Jonathan. So yeah, so that's a lesson I've learned with this one, and I'll definitely keep my watering routine with it, of watering it bottom wise and not on top. Bottom and not on top. It was a good lesson I learned. And amongst the four of what I got for myself. I also got myself a Aglaonema. I don't own this kind. The name Pseudobractiatum. So yeah, I don't know. I just know I know I didn't say it well. I'll write it on the description below. But this is what I got for myself. They are on sale at Lifestyle for 49 Rand. And it's from 79 Rand to 49 Rand. So you can go grab yourself one if you like. If you are like me and you love aglaonemas. I love aglaonemas. And these caparatas, this Peperomia Luna is about 59.99. I love that. And then I also got myself Philodendron Imperial Green. I don't own this kind, but as you all know, I love philodendrons. So yeah, it was nice to see this kind. They've never had it before. So when I saw it, I grabbed it. So yeah, that's me. I'm a fan of Syngoniums, I'm a fan of philodendrons, I'm a fan of aglaonemas and peperomias. The one I'd love to have and get my hands on is the watermelon one. I've never seen it in at Lifestyle. If you know where I can find one, please let me know. I would love to get my hands on that one. But nonetheless, that's what I bought for today. I am not going to report. Like I told you, if you watched the latest video I did this past Monday about the mistakes I've learned from in the past, I've done and have learned from in the past, it was about watering, and that's exactly what I've learned with this one. Don't water from the top, water from the bottom, because the stems are so sensitive to water, the leaves are so sensitive to water. And the joy about you giving it at the bottom, it will drink as much as it needs to drink, and once it's done, it stops, and you take it out of that water, you throw it out, and then you can put it where you usually put it, and that's it. So you cannot overwater this baba. You can't. And it tells you when it's dry, it droops, and then you need to give it water. That's a joy, that's a beauty about it. I've never had issues with them up until that time I watered them from the top, and yeah, all that happened. And the other mistake I've mentioned, I've done, and I've learned from, is that repotting. Don't repot if you don't have the need to repot. If there's no reason for you to repot, don't repot. Leave it in a nursery pot. Just buy yourself a nice, beautiful catch pole and leave it and put it in there for a while until the time comes for you to repot. Now, this is what I look for concerning repotting. I look at the potting mix. If I feel it's a good draining potting mix and it looks nice and healthy, it's a kind that I like, I leave my plant. I don't move it, I don't change it. Like with this Syngonium, I love its potting mix. It's that kind of, it's got bark. You can see it's a good draining potting mix. It looks clean, it looks healthy, it doesn't look weird, it doesn't look funny. The plant itself looks very nice and healthy, and it's doing well. You can see it's got a lot of growth at the bottom. So I'm not going to bother this plant, and it's not pot bound. You can see at the bottom it's not pot bound. How do you know that your plant is pot bound? It's when the roots start sticking out at the bottom. I'm tempted to pull it out of its nursery pot, but I also don't want to disturb the plant. So I'm not going to you see what I mean by it's not pot bound? It's not. So there you go. So I'm not gonna bother that at all. I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna put it in a nice catch pot. Same thing with this Peperomia Luna. I'm not gonna move it. I'm gonna leave it in this pot and then put it in a very nice catch pot. So, but my Philodendron and my Chinese evergreen, I'm definitely gonna move them. I'm gonna put my Chinese evergreen, which is my Aglaonema. I'm gonna put it in a terracotta pot, and then I'm gonna put the other one in this lovely pot. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Just give me. So I've got this lovely catch pot. I'm going to put my Syngonium in there. So there we go. This is what I mean. You know, you don't have to disturb your plant. You can just buy a beautiful catch pot and put your pot in there until it's ready to be repotted. And then as for my, I'm gonna use this lovely pot for my Peperomia. Just gonna dust it off a bit. You see how easy they break. Oh, it's annoying. But nonetheless, you know, you just need to be very careful with them, that they break very easy. I lost a few leaves on the way here. Yeah. So it's beautiful, it's blooming, as you can see. So there we go. I'm gonna keep it in this nice pot. So yeah. That's about it. So then I'm gonna just repot these two. I'll show you. One, I don't like the soil this one is sitting in. I don't know if you can see. I don't like it. I don't like the soil is sitting in at all. Apart from the fact that I really want to give it a terracotta pot, I don't like the soil is sitting in. So we're going to do this. I'm gonna try and tilt my camera, and we're gonna take it out of the soil. Okay. The root system is very good. Take it out of the soil. We're gonna give it nice fresh soil. I remove some of the soil. I don't like it. I like the soil. Does it look like it's that kind that drains well? So I'm gonna take that out completely. There we go. And then I'm gonna give it nice fresh soil. Give it nice fresh soil. This one a terracotta. Anyway, so here's my soil. It's a lovely mix. It's good drainage. It's got good drainage. I always mix my soil with perlite. So it's got perlite. It's got all the good stuff. So we're gonna put soil in there. Right. And then we're gonna put this baba in. It's not easy sometimes to. Okay, there we go. There we go. I usually just use the stick just to tuck the soil in. fill in the gaps. Make sure that there's no air pockets. So there we go. I think it's good. And you can take a towel and tap, 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 tap. I think it's good. A little bit more. So there we go. Here is my Aglaonema. Just need to find the right spot in my house. There's a beauty about Aglaonemas. It's easy to find a spot for them in your house because lighting wise they are not fussy. And then we're gonna do this Imperial green. That's the one I put soil in here. Okay. And then let me look at the soil. This one I don't think I've got a problem with the soil. I just want to give it really not always easy to take it out of the pot because you want to be as careful as you can that you don't break your plant, you know. Yeah, definitely needs repotting. Definitely needs repotting. So I'm just gonna loosen the roots at the bottom. You can see all is well. Beautiful root system here. Just gonna that they can stop doing what they're doing and grow into their new soil. Okay, so once you have teased your roots a bit at the bottom, like make them a bit loose, then you can put it in its soil. Okay, there we go. So you can see the other one, the Aglaonema, the Chinese evergreen, apart from the fact that I wanted to give it a new pot because I really wanted to put it in a terracotta pot and a bit of a bigger pot than what it was in. I didn't like the soil, the potting mix. And as for this one, the potting mix looked like a good draining potting mix, but I also wanted to give it a bit of a bigger pot than what it was sitting in, and only also to find that it actually did need repotting in the sense that it was, yeah, it was close to being pot bound. I wouldn't call it complete. It was close. You can call that close, you know. So I'm happy that I've repotted these two. I'm really happy that I've repotted these two. And also I'm happy that I've given them a bit of room to grow, you know. I'm giving them fresh new soil, you know. So yeah, that's that. that's it for today. I'm gonna give them water. Actually, I might just leave them a little bit because they were watered, especially this one. The Chinese evergreen, I'll definitely give it water because I literally stripped it from its soil. I stripped it completely from its soil. So it's sitting in a dry soil at the moment. So I am going to give it water to drink. And as for this one, I didn't strip it from its soil. So I'm not going to water it today. I'll probably give it water tomorrow or so. They were just watered when I got there. So I'm not going to really... I'll leave it for now. I'm not going to bother it. I'll give it water to maybe tomorrow because it's very wet. It's very wet. Even when you touch this one's soil. When I got there, when I bought them, they just got water. So the soil is wet. And considering this one is still very much in its soil, I didn't take it out of its soil. Yeah, so I'm not gonna bother it really. I'll water it maybe tomorrow or 2 days, in 2 days or so. We'll see. I'm not going to stress it, but this one needs water. So that's it for today, and these ones are okay. The soil is wet. They just got a drink. They did have a drink. They did water them at the garden shop today. So I'm not watering anything except this one, which has stripped it from its soil. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. There is my Imperial green. I'm looking forward to this Baba. Like I said earlier, I've never owned one. Looking forward to it. And here is my Aglaonema Chinese evergreen, and my Syngonium, and my, what was that? My Peperomia Luna. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. As for me, I did, and I'm going to enjoy these plants. I need to see where I'm going to place them in my house. Again, for me, they're one of those easy to care for plants. Yeah, I don't have to stress too much as to where I'm going to put them. And once I've found a spot for them, which will definitely be after this video, remember to check out my Instagram. You'll see where they are. I'll share it on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page. But nonetheless, thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Hopefully you did too. If you have any comments, please comment down below. I'll give the names of these plants on the description below. And yeah, if you have any questions on any of the plants or comments, please don't hesitate to share. Thank you so much. Bye.